You know, guys, there's something that I don't understand about the South Africans. Why are South Africans right now going and protesting outside of the companies and demanding these companies to give them jobs? Because the people, they vote for the politicians because the politician says, if you vote for us, we're going to give you the jobs. Now that the politicians have failed to deliver on their promises, the people, instead of marching to the offices of these political parties, they are marching to the offices of the companies. And these companies, they have never promised anybody jobs. Why are people storming the offices of companies like BMW instead of going to Lutuli House? The comrades in the Lutuli House are the ones that are speaking about job creation. The president is there in the union building. Instead of these people going straight to union building to occupy the office of Ramaphosa and to hold Ramaphosa accountable for the promises that he has made to them, they are choosing to antagonize the companies. What is the logic behind that? What is the logic behind that? I'm honestly failing to understand because last week, you remember that last week we were speaking about these protesters that went and stormed the offices of BMW. These people were saying a lot of things, man. They were saying things like this company has promised them jobs. This company is not innocent because they have failed to deliver on the promises to help the small business people with the resources, as if this is the job of companies to actually help the people who have small businesses with the resources. I see the people right now failing to hold their own politicians accountable and scapegoating the companies. What do these people think is going to happen? What do these people think is going to happen? Because you can go and storm the offices of BMW. How do you expect BMW to hire all of you guys? I mean, like, even if BMW sends out an HR and they say go out and hire 10 people right now, these people are going to fight for those 10 jobs. So, what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Why are people so reluctant to hold politicians accountable? The same politicians that have promised them jobs. The politicians are the ones that has promised them jobs, not the companies. I'm honestly trying to understand the logic behind that. And it seems like it did not end last week because yesterday there was another protest and it's getting crazy, guys. It's getting crazy as the time goes. So, thousands of residents from Mabopane, Garankuwa, Winterveld, and also Soshanguve brought the Rosalind Industrial to a standstill on Monday in a massive protest against chronic unemployment, accusing major corporations of favoring foreign nationals over local job seekers. So now, we are hearing these people actually accusing the companies of hiring the illegal foreigners instead of South African locals. The protest, organized under the banner of the Re'aaga Community Projects, saw demonstrators march on the manufacturing hub, delivering a firm 7-day ultimatum to companies including Nissan, BMW, and the Lion Match to address their grievances. So they are giving these companies ultimatums. They are giving these companies ultimatums. Why are they not giving their own politicians ultimatums? Why are these people saying that Ramaphosa, we are here in Pretoria? The union building is not far from us. In 7 days, if you don't address our grievances, then we're going to come to your offices and actually do something. But they are going to the companies and giving these companies ultimatums. They are saying, we are giving you a 7-day ultimatum to address our grievances. What can the companies do, guys? Let's be honest. What can the companies do? The economy is not growing that much. People are not getting employed. If anything, people are getting unemployed. People are getting retrenched. People are getting retrenched. The companies are closing. It's hard for some of these companies to continue to operate in this country. The comrades have actually made it quite impossible for these companies to continue to operate in this country. So, why are they giving the companies ultimatums? Why? They are not giving their policymakers ultimatums, but they are giving the companies ultimatums. It is insane, man. It is insane.
Companies, they are not meant
fair recruitment practices by
Insane.
3-year-old Putimaribana holds multiple post-school qualifications but is still unemployed. She was among thousands of young people who braved the scorching heat with CVs in hand to protest what they call unfair recruitment practices by companies based in Roslyn.
I mean, guys, if we have to be honest, right now, as South Africans, we are facing a very tricky situation because the taxpayers in this country, they are paying for a lot of these young people in the universities and in tertiary. And when these people graduate, they cannot find employment. And many young people are encouraged to go into this space, to go to the university, to go to the college, and once you are done, your life is going to be better. But most of these young guys, they are realizing after graduating that, man, things are not going to be better. Things are not going to be better. So how is this situation going to be turned around? Because we see tens and tens of graduates, tens and tens of young people graduating every year. But when you look at the companies, more companies are leaving the country. It's not like more companies are coming into the country to create a space where these young people can be employed. More companies are leaving while we have more young people graduating. So how is this situation going to be turned around? Because I think it is starting to be problematic. I honestly think it is starting to be problematic, and it seems like the people that are there in the government, they don't have the plan on how to turn around the situation. We have a lot of graduates at home, a lot of people. They have graduated, but they cannot find employment because there are no jobs. There are no jobs, and every 6 months, people are graduating. People are graduating with the hopes that their lives are going to turn around, only for their lives to turn out for the worst. What is it exactly that needs to be done to turn the situation around? Because this lady over here, she's not the first one with a bunch of certificates. She's not. There are a lot of people with a bunch of certificates that are sitting at home. I mean, right now, things are so bad in this country that we even see the doctors protesting so that they can find jobs. The whole doctors, people going to medicine, going to the university to study the medicine. These people are sitting at home unemployed, and it was unheard of before in this country. We knew that if you go to the university and subject yourself to all of those years to study the medicine, there is absolutely no way you're going to be unemployed. But in this democracy of the ANC, it doesn't matter. If you qualify to be an engineer, it doesn't matter if you qualify to be a chartered accountant. It doesn't matter if you qualify to be a doctor. You're going to sit at home unemployed. This is how bad things have turned. And these people, instead of expressing this frustration and this anger towards the people that are governing the country, they are going to the companies. They are going to the companies. Are these companies going to continue to take this humiliation from these people? Are the companies going to continue to take this? Because I'm sure that there are a lot of business owners that are saying, man, maybe it's time for us to leave South Africa. Man. Maybe it's time for us to finally accept that there's nothing here for us. There's nothing here for us. Before you even know it, these people will be burning down our factories because they are accusing us of not employing them. I'm sure this is what many companies are actually scared of, that it's only going to be a matter of time before our properties are being destroyed.
33-year-old Putimaribana holds multiple post-school qualifications but is still unemployed. She was among thousands of young people who braved the scorching heat with CVs in hand to protest what they call unfair recruitment practices by companies based in Roslyn.
I get 370 SASA grant, and it's not enough. I just buy cosmetic, that's all. And I have some qualifications, so I didn't get a job after graduating.
It's so painful. As a 34-year-old young lady, I still ask money for toiletries for my parents whilst I got kids too.
My concern is these companies, they are not many. and they might take maybe 500 people. And what about other youth? And you have a government that's
Exactly. This guy is making like a valid point that these companies, they cannot take everybody at the same time. They cannot take everybody at the same time. And I'm quite worried that this is a narrative that has been going around that if they employ one of us, they must employ all of us. And this is going to cause anarchy.
And what about other youth? And you have a government that's reluctant, that's not willing to even do anything. You find them in tenders, in mafiaism, fighting for things, but they are not even willing to fight for the young people of South Africa to get employment.
What they must do right now is to create jobs, but not those jobs of EPWs. They say they create the jobs, no, permanent jobs.
Guys, am I the only one who actually feels like there is something ticking in this country that is about to explode? I honestly feel like there's something ticking. It is going to explode soon. It is going to explode soon. We are going to experience the civil unrest in this country. It is just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. But this is how terrible things have actually got. And when people go out to the streets and protest, the ANC will actually use that as an opportunity not to have the elections. And they will continue to rule. Because they will say that people are on the streets, people are not happy, there are protests all over the place. So we have to push back the elections. We have to cancel the elections. So maybe, who knows, this is what they want. Maybe they want anarchy in the country so that they can take the power and say, we cannot go out while the country is burning. We cannot go out while the country is burning. Maybe this is exactly what the comrades want, but I actually feel like there's something ticking. It's only going to be a matter of time before it explodes. And once it does, it is not going to be nice. It is not going to be nice. Guys, what are your thoughts? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.